from Aaron Williams. The unbeaten cruiserweight is coming up in our main event. But first, Brian Kenny and Timothy Bradley. And BK, Henry Lundy makes good fights, huh?
Back to you in the KFC studios. Joe, you're right. Look, Henry Lundy now, in tough fights and to get knocked down, I'd watch him every week here on Friday Night Fights. I called that fight against Darnell Giles. Timothy, I'm still trying to figure out how do you get knocked down twice and win in a 4-rounder by 2 points?
I have no
How does that happen?
idea.
What did you think of the fight? Again, you're a guy who's just out of prospect status to now championship status, but what do you think of that fight?
I thought it was a great, exciting fight, but coming off those 2 knockdowns, man, I don't see how he won a unanimous decision. I thought, the way I judged the fight was possibly a draw. Definitely a draw.
Yeah, no, at best, really. All right, well, that's a good fight. Look, a 4-rounder. Let's see him do it at 6. He can fight Darnell Giles at 6, and then we'll see what happens.
They need to do it again.
That would be nice to see. I'd like to be here as well. All right, let's move on here. For the past few weeks and months, we've been looking at our best knockouts of the year here on Friday Night Fights, best fights of the decade as well here in our 10 years on Friday Night Fights. This fight was tremendous. So let's get to this candidate right now. This is Pemberton Shika 1. Scott Pemberton, Omar Shika, July 25th, 2003.
Chin. There's the explosiveness. There's the chin of Pemberton.
Omar Shika has come out hot and ready to throw. Omar Shika raining down wide looping right hands.
I like the fire. I like the heart. I like the attitude of Pemberton right now. Both these men, plenty of heart.
Both men trade now. Shika, Scotty Pemberton. Who has more left here in this 12th round?
Boy, this is a good fight. This is what you like to watch.
That's it. Timothy Bradley watching said that had to be fight of the year. In fact, as a matter of fact, now it's 2003. Only 5 months later, they would do it again in the second fight, remarkably similar to the first fight, where it was all Shika early, looked ugly for Pemberton. Pemberton, though, stayed in, hung out, and then eventually knocked Shika out with a TKO in the 10th round. That was in January of 2004. Some boxing news to pass along tonight before we step away. Zab Judah injured in the build-up to the Shane Mosley fight, which was supposed to be at the end of this month. It was postponed, and the word was they'll get together when Judah's arm, which was cut, needed 50 stitches, was all healed up. Turns out that fight just has been canceled. Not going to happen. Now, Dan Rayfield reporting that Judah will now fight Josh Clottey on August 2nd. Clottey has won 4 straight since losing to Antonio Margarito in 2006. So again, the former welterweight champion of the world, not fighting Shane Mosley, will take on Josh Clottey August 2nd. Programming note here on Friday Night Fights, you've got NASCAR coming your way right here on ESPN2 tomorrow. NASCAR Nationwide Series at Charlotte, ESPN2 Saturday. Coverage begins with NASCAR Countdown at 7 Eastern. The main event is next. Again, Jose Luis Herrera, you got to love this, 15-4, 15 knockouts. The other 4 knockouts as well. Taking on Aaron Williams next.
It is now time for our main event. A prospect on the way up. Oh, they welcome us here, Teddy. Isn't that nice? Against a veteran who only knows one way out. Aaron Williams takes on Jose Luis Herrera. Always glad to be here in front of these fight fans. And Jose Luis Herrera in front of them for the first time. He's 28 years old. He's originally from Colombia, and he now trains out of Miami. This his 4th fight in the States. And you don't see this often. 15-4 in 19 fights into his career, and he's never had a fight go the distance. He either gets rid of you or you get rid of him. 19 fights have lasted 49 rounds. And there's Aaron Williams, fine-looking athlete, 6'2", 198.5, from Cleveland, but lives and trains in Vegas, where he gets solid sparring and instruction. He's 17-0-1. Has the foundation of a good amateur career. In fact, he beat contending cruiserweight Matt Godfrey 3 times as an amateur. Also downed unbeaten middleweight prospect Mean Joe Green as an amateur. And as for his road taken as a pro, to take you back to June 2007, he was at Foxwoods taking on DeLeon Tinsley. He would put him down once, and he would put him through the ropes for the Sports Center play of the day. Then on Friday Night Fights this past April 4th, he showed his power against 40-2 Andre Perlette, dismantled the previous sturdy veteran. And a follow-up assault would earn the TKO win. And it has given Aaron Williams momentum for his big plans.
I want to be great. I want to be one great fighter in history. So I want to be recognized as one of the best in my era. And so when anybody talk about boxing, they say, "Oh, I like Aaron Williams. He's exciting. He's Muhammad Ali of his time. He's the Floyd Mayweather of his time." I just want to be recognized as that.
Well, hopefully this night the whole world will know who Jose Luis Herrera is. Basically, that's why I came here to show my talents. I think my record speaks for itself with my punching power. And come tonight, I think I'm going to make a splash on ESPN.
Aaron Williams, first main event of his career. Teddy Atlas has the fight plan, sponsored by AutoZone.
So it's an election year, so I think it's only fitting that we do the fight plan right here at the Rhode Island State Capitol building. And I tell you what, our main event fighter, Aaron Williams, if he was running for office, I think he'd be a shoo-in if his opponent was a guy named Herrera. Oh, his opponent is a guy named Herrera. And I think that Aaron Williams, well, I'm going to play low left hand. You're Herrera, you're coming forward, put a little bit of pressure, a little slow on your feet. I think that during his campaign speeches, that me, Mr. Williams, you know what he would promise? He would promise low left hand, fast hands, combinations, being a little slick. And I think he would like to put them together and watch Herrera block and then bang, finish with that, the uppercut. And if he wants a landslide victory, bang, 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 something up top. If Aaron Williams does that, he's the new elected prospect of the year. If Herrera wants to get his name on the ballot for upset of the year, he's going to have to do something very special. And I think he's going to have to be really smart because he's just not fast enough for you, Mr. Williams. No, he's not. But he's got to notice that Williams has a certain funny defensive move. It's effective, but it's something that could get him in trouble. When he slips punches, he slips over to his right, way over. So I think it's important for Herrera not to commit to the jab, but just start it. Get him to move over there. Instead of chasing a head that's not there, take what's there. The body's right there. Bang! Right hand to the body. Then bend over here. Bang! Left uppercut. If Herrera can do that, well, that would be as big an upset as maybe Hillary Clinton beating Obama. Herrera for president. Or at least for upset of the year.
And there is Herrera, TKO'd in 3 straight fights before pulling off a TKO upset of his own against George Blades to start this year. Charles Dwyer's the ref, and they're scheduled for 10.
Gentlemen, you both know the rules. Have a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands. Good luck.
No, I don't know if I like Providence anymore, Joe. The signs here, they only say hello to you. They don't say hello to me.
Oh, there's got to be a Teddy Atlas sign every stop we go to.
Yeah.
Nah, come on now.
It's all right, but I'm feeling a little sensitive here. Little bit.
Look, see how Jose Luis Herrera is going to be feeling on the end of these Aaron Williams punches. Never gone the distance. 15 knockouts, 15 wins, and the 4 losses of his career, all when he's been stopped.
I think I would be shocked, and I say it early as I try to do it all the time, I would be shocked if this is a competitive fight. And I would not be shocked if Williams winds up getting rid of Herrera.
Herrera's the naturally smaller man, Teddy. This is the highest weight he's carried in his career.
Much bigger.
Work out of it.
Is Williams. He's fought at 200 or more 6 times. Herrera has fought half his career, Joe, at 168 pounds. Only jumped up in weight to around 180 pounds his last 3 fights. And now I think it's ridiculous. I think Herrera blew up to 199 pounds. By far the heaviest of his career. He's 17 pounds more, Herrera is, than his last fight. And that was his previous high. Hey, in plain English, Herrera's out of shape. He can't be in top shape.
He says he was killing himself to make those previous weights.
I think there's a good chance he's getting blown out here tonight.
Williams,
We're going to see.
going to the head early here. Shows you that speed. Look at the hand speed differential.
And not only hand speed, he's very accurate. He doesn't waste too much.
Wow, Williams.
Sharp punches, always looking to set something up.
Look at this.
Got a punch, got a punch.
Aaron Williams just all over Herrera.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk towards me. Come towards me.
Don't forget, Herrera's been knocked out 3 of his last 4. And looks like it's going to be 4 of his last 5.
Here comes Williams, the unbeaten prospect, hunting down his opponent.
And there's that move to the right that Williams makes to get away from punches. Slips way over. Right now, his offense is taking care of defense.
Go hold his head.
Holding his head from behind, and Herrera's momentum took him forward right into Williams.
But a good thing right there. Good thing for Herrera. It's going to waste about 15, 20 seconds and allow Herrera to kill some time on that clock. And some more time being taken off right now. Exactly what Herrera needed to survive this round.
Ringside physician taking a look at Herrera, which interestingly enough, we're using the unified rules. So only the referee may stop the fight.
Williams does it 2 ways. He can do it by getting off first, and he likes to do it by countering. If Herrera throws something, Williams will make a miss and he'll fire right back. And again, you can see Williams' temperament, Joe. He wants to be sharp. He doesn't want to miss much.
So a big opening round for the unbeaten Aaron Williams. Let's check in with Herrera's corner.
Tranquilo, Herrera, tranquilo. Refrescate ahí, vamos. Vamos, tranquilo. Tienes que subir la guardia y no te me entregues. Ya te va a respetar ahora, ¿ok? Tranquilo. Ok, quiero que suba esa guardia. No me está subiendo la guardia. Ok, tranquilo.
Here's the knockdown.
You can see Williams trapping Herrera near the ropes. Fast hands, putting a lot together. A little grabbing there behind the neck and trying to hold him while he threw an uppercut there. He got away with that, Williams did. Referee didn't see it, but in real time, you can see a lot of punches. And the combination of punches just overwhelming Herrera.
Watch that right hand.
Early work in the career of Aaron Williams among his 12 knockouts. They've all come in the early portions of his fight. This is scheduled for 10. We've told you Herrera never goes the distance. Good luck if this one does. Second round. In that first round, Williams 29 of 62 on his headshots.
I mentioned that Herrera way overweight, heaviest of his career. One of the reasons for it, he was a late replacement. You know, I was thinking, Joe, I was thinking before this fight, I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing that Herrera's knocked out 3 of his last 4. And I'm surprised that a commission would allow him to fight a 17-0 fighter off of that prior kind of record. It just surprised me a little bit.
Came back with the TKO win against George Blades, who's a well-traveled journeyman who's had a few decent moments in his career. So that one single TKO win in January propelled him into this spot against Williams.
Yeah, for the most part, Herrera's losses have come when he has stepped up. And obviously, that's what he's doing tonight. He's stepping up. And you can see the temperament now. Williams calmed down a little bit after that real rapid fire start. You know, he wants everything to count. He's thinking in there. He's looking for a count opportunity. He's looking to see if Herrera is going to come at him. He's got good vision. And if he comes at him, he's going to look to counter. In other words, make his mistakes and take advantage of the mistakes, if there are any, of Herrera. And right there you can see Williams does a good job when Herrera comes at him of firing right back at him and taking advantage of any holes that are there.
Boy, Teddy, did you ever break down this tape accurately when it comes to that move where Williams slips to the right? Because there's only been like 3 instances where Herrera has put forth any offense, and all 3 times it's that move where he slips to the right, and that opportunity's there like you laid out in the fight plan, but Herrera unable to take advantage of it.
Well, right now, Herrera is a little gun-shy. You know, he's been blitzed, and he's not looking to take advantage of much. He's looking to survive right now. And he's hoping to get maybe another round under his belt.
Right.
Yeah.
Break clean. Good.
Then he could get a little confidence and get his feet under him a little bit. Right now, again, survival in the front of the mind of Herrera. Not so much offense and not even so much winning. And there's that move again, Joe.
There it is.
And again, you can't chase what's not there. When you see that move, it's an optical illusion. When you see that move, don't chase the head. Take what's there. The left side of the body of Williams is there.
Big open flank just sitting there. Teddy, you were sad before saying these fans, they don't give you any love. They love your entire family. What a classy move by the fans here in Providence.
Well, you're right. Now I do love Providence. And more importantly, I love the fact that they're thinking about my family and my wife. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All our best to Elaine and her continued recovery. So glad you're back with us out on the road, Teddy, and that Elaine's doing much better.
Oh, thank you.
Round number 3 between Herrera and Williams. Herrera went down in the first round. There's a question mark for surviving with the assault that Williams put forth there. But the pace settled down in round number 2 here of our scheduled 10-round main event. Aaron Williams, the 22-year-old unbeaten prospect, very well-regarded cruiserweight prospect.
Right, stop punching. Let him out. Break clean.
All 4 losses for Herrera, as we've touched on, by knockout. All his wins by knockout. As you said, Joe, he either knocks you out or he gets knocked out.
Williams comes in with the combination. There's a sweeping left hook.
Williams likes to fight in spurts, explosive spurts. And you better be ready for those spurts. There's a lot of space where Williams will take a little nap. You know, he'll let you do something and he'll let you stay around. But you better be ready for those spots when he's not napping.
Right. Put him out. Break clean. Come on. Good.
Williams prides himself on being a student of the game. He is a good teacher if you want to be a student of the game. He's trained by former light heavyweight champion Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. Good right hand there. Herrera comes swinging.
Well, every once in a while, Williams will leave himself unprotected or naked. He depends on those reflexes, that sense of anticipation, and he'll pull back with his hands down. If you time him right, you're going to catch him clean.
Come on.
Williams gets a little reckless in that area. You can see, even though Williams has great hand speed, Joe, and every once in a while you get off first, really, you can see his temperament. Very careful. He studies his guy, and he likes to get a counter. He likes to get a little help from his opponent. He's looking right now for Herrera to come forward with something, but Herrera's not going for it. He's not biting. He wants Herrera to make a mistake and then turn that mistake into gold for Williams.
Just waiting on him.
And there's that move again.
Yep. That little lean to the right. Very predictable with that.
See, again, if I'm Herrera, if I'm fortunate enough to get back to that corner,
trying to draw him in.
What I'm hoping somebody tells me is, hey, just show him a little bit of a jab, get him to move to the right, and take advantage of that.
End of 3. Thanks, PK. Aaron Williams getting an earful from Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. Said keep those hands up, and you got to get the double and triple jab going here against Jose Luis Herrera. Round number 4 scheduled for 10. Aaron Williams, a very fine-looking, unbeaten prospect, just turned 22 years old. had a signature win of his career on Friday Night Fights this past spring, and now looking to cap off his first main event. You see the average punches land that first round. He exploded, scored the knockdown against Herrera.
Little confidence with Herrera this round. I know it's early, but I just feel a little confidence as he's coming out. And a little bit of a definitive idea in Herrera's mind. Instead of just being there, he's there this round looking for something specific. I think he's looking for a right hand to maybe time Williams as he steps back. I think he sees that Williams does drop those hands, and maybe, just maybe, he can get an opportunity to catch him as he goes away. You know, I don't only like the hand speed and the cleverness, the thoughtfulness of Williams, the calmness of Williams, but I like the repertoire of his offense. He mixes his punches up pretty good. He goes up top, he goes underneath, he goes from a straight right hand to a right uppercut. He has a nice assortment, a nice arsenal of punches. But again, Williams plays that little bit of a danger game, that little bit of Russian roulette, that he has to be perfect because he drops those hands, and if he's not perfect timing you or getting in and getting out on time before you, he gives you a chance to catch him very clean with those hands down.
He just did it on that last exchange. Now back to the jab. Out at range is Williams. Tried to time that right hand. Been looking for the counter opportunities the past couple rounds, but when he's just strictly been on the offensive as he was early on, he's had great success against Herrera. See some blood coming from the mouth of Williams. Not pumping that jab as much as Eddie Mustafa Muhammad would like to see.
And of course, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, the former light heavyweight champ of the world, is the trainer, and a good trainer for Williams. Dominic Robinson, or I'm sorry, Eufracio Gonzalez is the man in charge of the corner of Jose Luis Herrera, also Luis the Cubas Jr.
Colombian native, training in Miami is Herrera.
Watch here where you're going to see where Williams will slip that head way over here. He'll wind up over here somewhere. And this is where you have to take advantage with a punch on that side if you want to win and if you happen to be named Herrera. Now watch again. Here Williams goes way over on that side. And that is exactly where Herrera must go fishing. You know, if the fish are in the middle of the pond, you have to go to the middle of the pond. If the head is on the right side of the pond, well, if you're Herrera, you better go over on that side.
As you pointed out well, and you can see it there, that entire left side of his body is so available when Williams does that. And he does it often every time Herrera comes forward with something. Round number 5 scheduled for 10.
You know, I'd like to take a moment, Joe. We have a terrific fan. I mean, we're lucky. We're blessed. We have a lot of fans out there that watch the show, care about the sport. One of our best fans is 12-year-old Christian Panisi. He's having a little problem. He's been sick. He's been in the hospital. And
Williams is hurt badly.
Yeah, Williams is hurt here. So we want to say hello to Chris. But right now, we'll get back to where there could be an...
Oh, my! Herrera!
We talked about the recklessness.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk towards me. Walk towards me. You okay? Rewind.
What an upset this would be. The unbeaten Aaron Williams was seemingly in control of this fight, and now Herrera looks to finish it.
Too much time left, it would seem. Again.
Williams almost out on his feet. He took a knee himself.
Now that's a smart move. That's a smart move. We'll find out whether or not it's going to make a difference. But right now, he's getting time he would not have gotten.
The doctor looking him over. Modified rules we've been told they're using here in Rhode Island, so the doctor can stop this fight here on a 10-round fight.
You know, sometimes you see the corner make a move to get time. The fighter made the move.
That's it. It's over. Herrera pulled off the upset. Out of nowhere. Louis Jr. in the ring, as is Eufrasio Gonzalez to celebrate the upset win by Jose Luis Herrera. Can you believe that one?
And a huge upset it was. I was saying early on, and I should repeat it, that I was surprised the commission allowed this fight, being that Herrera had been knocked out 3 of his last 4. Well, in this case, the commission was right.
We said it early in the night. Either you get rid of him or he gets rid of you. 16 wins, 16 knockouts now for Jose Luis Herrera. He's never gone the distance in his career.
It was a knockdown, but then he hit him when he was down. It was a knockdown, yeah. I didn't count because he was hit after he was down.
I wish we knew what Williams was saying in responding to the doctor when he was over in the corner, and the doctor for about 10 seconds had a conversation with Williams. Because obviously after that conversation, whatever it was, the doctor decided to stop this fight. He looked into his eyes, and he also responded to the words of Williams.
Aaron Williams, how things can go south so quickly in this business. Just turned 22, coming off the best win of his career, unbeaten in his first main event. Loads of confidence going in. Remember, he scored the knockdown in the first round. He was in complete control. You almost had the sense that Herrera wasn't going to get out of the first round. Then all of a sudden, Williams gets just a little bit too confident, drops the hands, allows Herrera to build some momentum, and all of a sudden, in the 5th round, he explodes.
You know, we have a saying in boxing that, and it could be in anything in life, good habits will stay with you and they will show up and they will bring you somewhere. Bad habits will show up and they will take you down. And Williams went into this fight with bad habits of dropping his hands. Take a look at the knockdown here. And you can see the left hand down and the right hand timed. And you know, a round ago, Joe, I had mentioned that Herrera came out with a little more confidence because he had been left alone. And I thought he was looking to time Williams with the right hand. And that's exactly what he did at that moment.
Then this happened afterwards where he was so unsteady and he knew it. He just went down on his own. He couldn't stand up to any more punishment.
But for that moment, it looked like maybe, even though it's not the fighter's thing you want to see in some ways, it might have been something that would save him a little time. But again, after the doctor looks into his eyes and then asks a couple questions, he decides to tell the referee no more.
Dr. Robert McKittrick says that's enough.
All right? But it's not, hey.
Let's listen to Eddie Mustafa Muhammad with Aaron Williams right now. They'll have a lot to deal with when they get back to the gym. The first loss in the career of Aaron Williams. And let's look at the Just for Men hair color punch track fight recap. And you can see that Williams had all the numbers in his favor. 96 total punches to 70, and most of that work by Herrera was accumulated in that truncated 5th round, where he landed 13 headshots in that 5th round alone. Big upset.
One number that was missing there that Williams did not have in his favor, and that's the number of times he keeps his hands up. And that is what he paid the ultimate price for.
Let's send it up to the ring to make it official with John Vina.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of Dr. Robert McKittrick, referee Charlie Dwyer stops the contest at 1 minute 58 seconds of the 5th round. We're winner by technical knockout, La Pantera, Jose Luis Herrera.
Jose Luis Herrera, fighting in the States for just the 4th time in his career. Took those early wins in Colombia. His 2 losses stateside before this were by TKO. He was TKO'd 3 straight fights before coming up with a win against George Blades in January. Took this fight on short notice, seemed overmatched, was down in the first round, but what a comeback. As the unbeaten Aaron Williams, unbeaten no more. Herrera does it. The power punches in round number 5. The right hands closing the show and pulling off the big upset of Aaron Williams. More to come after this.
Back here in the KFC Friday Night Fight studios, Brian Kenny and Timothy Bradley, number 2 ranked junior welterweight in the world and a WBC champion at 140 pounds. I don't want to sell you short. You understand? Let's get back to this fight now, Timothy. We're watching it. I just have to say, Dr. McKittrick there ringside has a higher calling on all of this. You know, he's responsible for all of these things that he's watching in the ring. However, I believe if he doesn't stop action there in that first round, Williams gets a KO win in the main event. Have you ever seen anything like that in all your experience in the ring?
In all my experience in the ring, I've never seen a doctor step in between the action and, you know, check on a fighter and see if he's well. Only if I've seen was if he had a big cut, you know.
Yeah, if there's blood flowing. Yeah. Right. Now, this is that we're watching the knockout there in the 5th round. That wasn't from the first round. But in the first round, again, it was, you know, Herrera badly